Now, back to Jersey's Morning Show, Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
It is 8:38. We're back on Jersey Central here on the new Talk Radio WCTC. Our Need to Know Things coming up a little bit later on in this 8:30 half hour. But I want to get right to the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker Hotline. My special guest, he is from Toms River, and he's taking part in a really cool event that is coming up in June with a wonderful cause as well. So let's say hello to Mark Beal, who is joining us this morning here on WCTC. Hey, Mark, it's Bert Barron. Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Bert. Thanks for having me on. I just finished a 20-mile ride, so I'm excited to join you and talk about it.
Wait a minute. You did 20 miles already this morning?
Just 20 miles.
Oh,
That's a
man.
short one, but yeah, I did 20 miles through Ocean County and am energized.
I'm so impressed by people that can ride a bicycle for that long, man. But that's really cool. And thanks for your time this morning. Talk about what's going on with the Great Cycle Challenge. How does that work?
Well, it's we all participate in runs and walks that are usually one-day events, but what I like about the Great Cycle Challenge presented by Macy's is it's a month-long event throughout June. Anyone can do it. You don't need to be a hardcore cyclist. And the goal is really to ride as much as you can throughout the month of June, and also, of course, raise funds for the Children's Cancer Research Fund. And so last year was the first year they did this in the United States. It began in Australia 2 years ago. And I thought it was a different challenge than, again, just a typical 5K walk or 5K run, because every day you wake up and you've got the challenge to go out there and ride for children's cancer. So last year was the first year. I rode just shy of 600 miles and raised just shy of $3,000. So this year the goal is to exceed those.
Yeah, very cool. So you're going to go over that 600-mile mark this year, Mark? That's the plan?
I hope so. But,
okay.
It's funny. It's, you have 30 days in June. Sounds relatively easy, 20 miles a day. But when you put business travel in there and work and all the other obligations you have,
right,
it's you run into a few days where you can't. So you've got to get a couple of long weekends in. So last year, for instance, my longest ride was on a Saturday where I did 101 miles from Toms River to the end of Sandy Hook, and then throughout Monmouth County and Ocean County. And so you have to sneak a couple of those in there to try to get up to 600 or 700 miles.
There are people that could barely drive from Toms River to Sandy Hook, and you did it on a bicycle, man. That's impressive. You do all your miles are in Jersey pretty much, Mark?
Yeah, I'll do, living in Ocean County, all my miles will most likely be in Monmouth or Ocean County. And you try to mix it up just so you can get a little bit of different routine. And of course, the big issue is you got to try to find some roadways there where there's little traffic and you can avoid as many cars as possible.
Very cool. How many miles to Cape May? And you think you can make that run? You probably can, right?
Yeah. I haven't headed south there. I know I've toyed with the idea of, since I've gone from Toms River all the way to the end of Sandy Hook and back, I toyed with the idea of trying to go maybe from Cape May towards Sandy Hook, which I'll have to map out and see. I figure that's probably 120, 25 miles, which is doable. You're not really out there racing. It's more it's as much mental as it is physical. You're just trying to get through those miles. So we'll try to get a couple of those 100-mile rides in this summer, in the month of June.
Are you riding for one particular person, perhaps, Mark? Is this all for maybe someone who was touched by cancer?
Yeah, my inspiration is my 12-year-old nephew, Thomas Sachs, who actually used to live in Monmouth County. He lives in Maryland now, but at age 9, he was blindsided by liver cancer. And kids at age 9, 10, 11, 12, they've got so much going on, and them to be, to face something like that where he was in a hospital at Johns Hopkins for almost a year straight is just, it's an amazing battle and one that he won. And so he is my inspiration. He's my hero. And there's many, many other children out there like him who are battling this day in and day out. And so he's the inspiration. He's the one that keeps me going every morning throughout the month of June when I put the miles in.
Yeah, if you want to be inspired and see what courage is all about, take a look at a young person who's dealing with something like this, Mark, and it really kind of puts everyone's life in perspective. So this is a wonderful thing, and I salute you for that. Mark Beal's our guest this morning, taking part in the Great Cycle Challenge USA, which is presented by Macy's. He is from Toms River. Hoping to shoot over 600 miles, ride his bike over 600 miles to raise money for the Children's Cancer Research Fund, which is an exceptional thing to do. Not the only rider, Mark. I understand your wife is taking part too?
Yeah, well, my wife was the one who actually found this last year on Facebook. There was an ad on Facebook for it, and she said I should do it. And so this year she's going to join, and she'll be one of nearly 20,000 cyclists across the country who do this. Goal of raising probably about 2.2 million. And the nice thing is they set up the kind of the dashboard in a real great way. So every day you can go and log your miles. You can also see where you stand in your state, where you stand nationally, how you compare to other riders, both in donations raised as well as miles. So it's a real user-friendly experience, and one that keeps you motivated every day when you see how other cyclists are doing. You want to try to keep up with them.
Yeah, very cool. And it's not too late for someone to maybe get some friends, some coworkers together, and maybe get involved in this themselves, right, Mark? Someone else can
Not,
take part in this?
yeah, not at all. I mean, easily just go to greatcyclechallenge.com. As I said, and I think it's the key with this, you don't need to be an avid cyclist. You can get on your beach cruiser and go ride a couple of miles a day and contribute to the cause and fight children's cancer. So anybody can do it. You can register right up through June 1st and probably even beyond that, and be one of those 20,000 people across America who are going to take on this challenge throughout the month of June and help children across the country.
Very good. And I do have on our Facebook fan page this morning a link that will take you right to Mark Beal's page, and you could go ahead and make a donation for him and for the cause that he is riding for. Very simple, just one click from our Facebook fan page. All the information is right there, and even a picture of Mark holding his bicycle. You could take a look at that, too, on our Facebook page, but really help out if you can. Really just a great, great cause. So whether you ride rain or shine, Mark, with the weather in June in Jersey?
Yeah, June in Jersey is funny because I remember last year the first day, June 1st, was cold, it was wet, it was windy. I think I went out and probably did about 35 or 40 miles. But then by the end of June, you're riding in 90 hot,
Yeah,
steamy
right.
weather, and so you get a little bit of everything in the month of June.
Well, good stuff. We'll safe cycling around our state next month, Mark, and I salute you for all you're doing here. And it was really great to have you on the show here this morning. But good luck, and hopefully you'll pass that 600-mile mark at some point during June there, my friend. All right?
Yeah, thank you, Bert, and thanks for promoting a great cause.
You bet. Thank you. Be safe. All right, Mark Beal, my guest on the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker Hotline. Raritan Bay Medical Center, the home of 3D mammography, 40% more accurate than traditional.